for teen moms with nowhere to turn.
I was still scared and frustrated. I just didn't know what to do.
To empower teen mothers to grow into strong parents, strong leaders.
And that's one of our goals, is repeating not cycles of abuse and neglect, but cycles of independence, of growth.
For Faith to grow a brighter tomorrow.
They want to be good moms, but they need the support and education and a safe place to live.
The Mustard Seed Foundation is here. As 20-year-old Shelly Brooks knows, being a mom is hard, but being a teen mom is even harder.
Even though I was grown, I was still scared and frustrated. I just didn't know what to do, real confused. And didn't think I was gonna have any help.
Shelly was 18 when she found out she was pregnant, 19 when her son Zaire was born, and that all meant she had to figure things out fast.
I knew I had to be the bigger person.
Shelly's reality is one that thousands of teen girls in Ohio can relate to. Statistics show that Montgomery County alone ranks 13th for teen pregnancies in the state, with about 850 births for teens 19 and under.
Teen parents have a lot stacked against them from the start. There's statistics out there that show that they have a lot to overcome. Many teens don't even graduate from high school. They live in poverty their whole lives, and their children are disadvantaged because of all of that.
Many of the teens trading in prom dresses for baby booties and bottles are also a part of a family cycle of teen pregnancy, poverty, and lack of education.
When you think about the numbers 13, 26, 39, what do you think of? I know the mathematicians would say those are intervals of 13, but in the greater good of society, now those numbers represent the student, the parent, and the grandparent.
And some of these young, vulnerable families have nowhere to go.
I think there could be more as far as teens having a safe place to live. I think that's really a main concern. A lot of teens are not supported in their home, and then they end up going from home to home, staying with their friends or staying at a shelter, and it's just not stable for their child to be moving all over the place.
The issue of the need for secure living for teen mothers is one Shondell Atkinson, founder and CEO of the Mustard Seed Foundation, is familiar with.
This population is what I call the invisible population, because from the age of 18 and under, you can't go to a homeless shelter. If you're being abused, you can't go into an abuse shelter to be protected.
Shondell is passionate about teen moms because she was once one herself.
Everyone told you that you're done, you're finished, your life is over, that you weren't going to be anything. And for me, that was difficult.
For Shondell, raising her first daughter was even tougher because there were times when living circumstances meant the two had to be separated. There were even times Shondell was homeless.
When you're homeless, there's nobody to pick up the pieces for you and show you any direction of what to do next.
It's those experiences, Shondell's childhood and teenage years in foster care, and the desire to establish stable housing options for parenting teens that motivated her to found the Mustard Seed Foundation in June of 2007.
And I learned a lot about where the gaps were at and what do we do next. And I seen where there was a lack of education, lack of knowledge for those young women. I worked with them every day. I found out not only had I experienced that, but a lot of other young women are coming out of the system every year, year after year, with no understanding of what just happened.
The Mustard Seed Foundation is a faith-based, nonprofit organization working to decrease the number of young families in our community who are homeless. To do that, the organization is working with multiple partners, including Sinclair Community College and Precious Blood Church, to establish a residential parenting facility for young mothers and their children.
We provide education within the home, parenting skills, life skills. We give these young ladies a chance to parent their own child. And I think that's very important, is knowing that you can do this.
One of the main goals of the program is to ensure mothers have the education and skills they need to succeed in the real world and to open their eyes to all of the possibilities.
Let's get you enrolled in college. Let's get you, let's get you to that next step of education. Let's teach you what it means to budget. Let's get you hooked up with other organizations like Habitat for Humanity that's going to work with you as far as building a home, and knowing that that's real, that you're able to do that for you and your child.
The programs and activities participants will take part in will cater to their mind, body, and spirit and will be open to teens 13 to 18 from across the state.
And that's what makes the Mustard Seed Foundation a special organization, I believe, is because we're targeting that group that everyone says that's a hard age group to target. And I understand, but I also understand the need. The need is so great that we can't continue to wait until they're 18 and they've had 2 or 3 kids and they've been abused for 3 or 4 years. You know, we need to catch these young ladies when they're at an age where they're ready and they're willing to learn.
It's a chance to change lives and improve our community one family at a time.
We are empowering teen mothers and their children to achieve their highest potential through self-respect, leadership, and through love of our organization.
So we can break the bonds of lack of education, abuse, and poverty that exist.
Breaking the cycle of poverty then opens that child and also that mother up to endless possibilities, and so that they can see sky as the limit.
The Mustard Seed Foundation, faith to grow a brighter tomorrow.